Ladies and gentlemen, from
How we doing?
It is Trill, bro, dude. Trill, we have got to get your immediate reaction to Josh Harris buying Center City and whether or not you think that. I think
just what do you think?
What do you think? And I think the Eagles end up making a new stadium because of this, but we'll get into that in a second.
Well, I mean, just like everything the Sixers do, they didn't think it out at all. They're putting it in a part of the city that is only going to be accessible by public transportation, and our public transportation is not great. So I don't know. I'm not really worried about something that's going to be, probably if any player is still on the team, it's probably only Tyrese Maxey. So I'll worry about that in a few years. I've never been a huge fan of a lot of things that the Sixers ownership group has done, but I mean, it makes sense to have their own stadium at least. I just probably would have put it in a different part of the city that didn't, that had like spots where you can put cars. I don't know. Maybe if you've never been to Philadelphia before, you know that everyone drives here.
What do you think?
So there's that. But but.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I was just going to say, wait, you don't think the convention center is a convenient parking lot?
Yeah, they're going to have to put them on the roof of the stadium. It's going to be really interesting.
Well, yeah, from what I've heard, I've already got, I have a special source. I haven't told either of you this. I have a special source that let me know that the stadium is actually going to be called Color Star Stadium. So they're back with the Sixers.
Oh, nice.
So
good.
Quality concrete's going to be dropped all over the city. There's going to be so much parking they could do. It's also going to be accessible by the metaverse. And it's going to be great, Trill. So I'm just letting you know, don't worry. Everything's fine.
Well, Daryl Morey must be in heaven right now, I have to say. I think that he's probably going to be very pumped about this venture in a few years. I'm sure he'll hang around for a decade so that he can see this metaverse come to life.
Yeah, that's it's very, very exciting that the metaverse is coming to the gallery. And, that's the one thing I think Philadelphia needs for sure. Whether this is my other take. I think, is it possible? Because I just think Comcast wants to get out of sports. Could the Eagles just buy the Flyers and just be the new version of Ed Snyder?
Yeah, I mean, hold on, John. Earlier you said that you believe that the Eagles are going to build a new stadium, and I saw you say that on Twitter earlier.
Yeah,
and it made me feel extremely old when you said that. I was like, Lincoln Financial Fields. Lincoln Financial Field's only been around for what? Oh God, it's almost been 20 years.
Yeah, it's old. It is old, man. So and it's really old, like technological wise too. There's not like a lot of fun things to do. Like, I enjoy a game at the Link, but I don't love a game at the Link, and I think I'd rather watch an Eagles game on TV if I had to pick.
I'm just kind of that way about football in general. Like, I'm like a big football watch on television, see everything guy. But like if a stadium, like going to Soldier Field, or like, I went to Penn State, so obviously like being at Beaver Stadium, like there's experiences that would be really cool if they could bring it to the Eagles Stadium, because we have the craziest fans. So should definitely be a better fan experience for sure.
And that was the thing for me with them moving the stadium to begin with. I was talking with John about this a little bit earlier. It's just the whole idea of, like, I love that vibe in South Philly now. So I hate the idea that it can get disrupted, especially because I think Sixers fans are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, honestly, it's just how
Taylor Kadanis is just shaking his head.
Yeah, Taylor loses his mind over it. But I got to tell you, it's just they're so into it, the way they've been diehard supporters of the team, all the goofy, dumb stuff that pops up along the way. I love Sixers fans, and to see how dedicated they are and thinking about them not being at the complex sometimes, like that sucks to me, man.
I have never met a man who said so many wrong things on the show.
It does feel weird. It feels very weird.
See, yeah. Trill misses it. He has sense. He has fun. All right, John, you miserable prick.
All I was gonna say is it does feel weird to like separate one of the four from the area, because my whole life I've just been used to literally everyone being there. So moving one, even if it's the Sixers, whoever, the Flyers, whatever, it's just strange to not have everything in the complex together. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. The Sixers, especially their ownership group. I like the conspiracy theory that my buddy Matt from Twitter came up with, which was when this plan inevitably fails, they can then say, see, we tried. We got to move it to Camden now.
Oh, boy. boy.
That's exactly what's happening. They're just going to build this rinky. How many seats are they going to put in that thing? Was that it? Was that in the article? I just skimmed it. It was just what they're going to make it like a 10,000 seater.
No, I honestly don't know.
That would be very.
I have no idea. I mean, it's 20,000 right now at Wells Fargo. So
yeah, it's just make it a 10,000 seater, make every seat $700 or something like that, and be like, yeah, good luck using the regional rail for that ticket price or something like that. I don't know. I just I think this. I'm having the same feelings. Like it's just going to disrupt that thing we've known our entire life of. You get off on 95, you get off on 76. Everyone just is tailgating in parking lots, and now it's gonna shift a little bit here. And yeah, maybe it doesn't matter for the Sixers or for Eagles fans at this very moment. I just over the next couple of years, it might be, I don't know, it might just be the Eagles in South Philly by the time it's all said and done. I have no idea. John Middleton's just as crazy.
True.
So and stadium was built around the same time. So.
Yeah, that's true, right? Like everything is going to get
Philadelphia
uprooted.
really hate change, so
that is the truth. It's not the most adaptable at times, which is charming at times and frustrating at others. But yeah, I mean, guys, like this is the story of the decade now. Like the next decade is all of these teams in this one complex where the city has been, and all these people have grown up in that now. I mean, even going back to the Spectrum and the Vet, like it has been forever that all these teams have been playing like this, and thinking about it moving is just, it's crazy. Like it is literally the core of Philadelphia to me, and I don't know.
Thanks chiming into the block party part of it and saying all this
you don't have, you know.
Oh, sorry, buddy. All this talking down of the link mere hours before I bought tickets to my first game there. Sorry, Nanks, but the whiskey will be flowing when you get here. I promise that, my friend. So that's funny.
And the crowd is great.
The crowd is great. It's just like, you know, it's a stadium. It's just, you know,
it's
like it's when you look at a car, you're like, oh, it's a car. It's great.
Very 2007.
Yeah, very 2007.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Chevy Impala. Wow.
Silver.
Don't you dare disrespect the Chevy Impala.
It's my first car. There's nothing wrong with the Chevy Impala.
It's totally fine. That was my second car because before that I drove a forest green Chevy Lumina, which everybody from the 90s drove, and I drove in 2016.
I've never heard of a Chevy Lumina, so retract that
I was
statement.
going to say, I didn't know you were 45.
Yeah, the car was, and the transmission died on the turnpike like 30 times. I was like, yeah, no, this is fine.
That's see, and when I was around, everyone drove a Saturn. That was like the shitty car that everyone had.
Do they still make Saturns?
I hope not.
I don't know. I know Oldsmobile's gone.
No.
Yeah,
okay, R.I.P. Saturn. Pluto's gone. Saturn's gone. We're losing planets everywhere.
Scion, you out there?
Folks.
More importantly, can you make Jalen Hurts great so we don't have to think about quarterback anymore, at least for like a year? Is that possible this year, Trill?
That sounds amazing to me. I would love to never have to worry about the Eagles quarterback situation again. I honestly, maybe I'm just fucking high on the supply. I don't really know what it is, but I just want Jalen Hurts to be good so bad. I was thinking about it before I came on here, and I was like, I don't think I've been this high on the Eagles in so long, and everything comes down to Jalen Hurts. So first off, I love the plan that they had to give him every opportunity to grow. And if he fails this year, then he's not the guy. They put enough pieces around him. He's in the second year of this offense. I think the way that he works super hard, if he doesn't get to the point where he is a legit top 12 guy or whatever that it takes to be a contender in the NFL, then I think that it's only because his limitations just, like, he's not talented enough, basically. I think he'll try as hard as he can, but ultimately, he works really hard. He seems like a great dude. I'm rooting for him. He's still really young. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like sipping the Jalen Hurts Kool-Aid, but I really think that he is bound to have a breakout year, and it's gonna swing the team into contention.